back to my channel. My name is Isabel and I am a young mom to my little boy named Amos, who is currently taking a nap. We both woke up feeling nauseous and pretty tired, didn't get a lot of sleep last night. My family had like a bug last week and I thought that we were safe and we hadn't gotten it too. It turns out that we have it too. So it's one of those things where I go during the week to visit them and then a couple days later they're sick and you're like, oh, well, I won't go visit until they get better, and you don't go visit until they get better, but then it's like, well, I was there before and I guess they were contagious before, so it's like it was too late. Yeah, it's not terrible, and we're just nauseous and tired so far. I not a lot of appetite, so we just made pumpkin waffles because that sounded good to me, and I managed to eat one and Amos scarfed one down, so I guess he must be feeling a little bit better. He was also a little bit more cheerful, and he was this morning. This morning he was miserable. But yeah, I just put him down for a nap because he was pretty tired, so hopefully he'll get a good hour nap. It's 12:30 now, so around 1:30 I'll go and check on him. In the meantime, I am going to work on a meal plan because it's something I want to do while he's sleeping. And then when he wakes up, we're going to do a deep clean of my kitchen. As you can see, it's a mess right now. I've got it organized a certain way that it's just not working out, so I'm going to reorganize some things and see if I can make a better system for this, because what's going on now is just it seems to always be a mess and I can't, there's always clutter places. So I'm gonna work on it, see if I can make it better. And yeah, those are the two big things I have to do. I need to tidy the rest of the house because that's a mess. Literally the only thing I've done today is play in the living room with toys, and everything is a mess. I cleaned up everything last night because I knew I was gonna vlog today, so I was get everything ready so it's easy to do in the morning. I woke up in the morning feeling sick, and Amos felt sick, and Curtis didn't feel too great either, so I didn't end up picking up the camera until now, which is fine. We'll just do an afternoon vlog instead. But yeah, so I'm gonna start working on my meal plan, and I am doing a new diet. It's the Whole30 diet. You might have heard of it. It was pretty popular. Still pretty popular, but my goal is, I'm not trying to lose weight or anything, I really don't need to. But it's just, I'm hoping that it will help my mental health, and just, I very often feel nauseous and sick to my stomach, so I'm hoping that I can solve that problem too, and just make my body altogether healthier. I already don't eat a lot of sugar, and we don't eat gluten and we don't eat dairy, so because of our food allergies. So I don't think this diet will be very difficult. So basically it goes, you can't have, there's no grains, no sugars, no beans, no dairy. It's a very long list of things you can't eat. It's easier to say what you can't eat. And what you can eat is fruits, vegetables, and meat. And fish. So I need to make a 30-day meal plan, so the diet goes for 30 days. So I'm starting on February 1st, which is when I need to go shopping. I'll probably actually go the last day of January. So I'm ready for February 1st. So I need to go shopping that day. So before I go shopping, I always make a meal plan. Make sure that I pick out all of the meals that I'm going to eat, and then make a list based on that and figure out what I need and when I need it. So that's what I'm going to work on. When I do my kitchen, I have to go through it and get rid of all the things that I can't eat on Whole30, so they're not there to tempt me. So basically it's just going to be getting rid of all of the sugar. And yeah, so that's the plan for today. Two big things. I am going to just tidy up the living room while Amos is asleep, and then get started on my meal plan. I am back. That took a lot longer than I thought I was gonna. I cleaned the living room as you guys just saw, and then I came in the kitchen and I did just like a light cleaning, like wash the dishes and stuff like that. So that way when I do a deep clean, when Amos wakes up, it's not a huge mess, and I actually have like space to move around and stuff. But now Amos is sleeping. It's almost 2, so like the next 15 minutes I'm gonna work on this, and then I'll probably go wake up Amos. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep working on this. So let's get started. I will show you guys what I have to work with and what I do. Okay, so this is the cookbook that I'm gonna be pulling recipes out of for this. And this is the Whole30 book, which also has some recipes in it. So I'm gonna go through these 2 books and pick out a bunch of recipes that I like, bookmark them, so that I can make my shopping list. So basically what I do is, this is last month's. I make oh no, this is January's, right? Because I made 2 for January. I go through and I put all the days, their dates, and then put meals in each one. I also make sure to look at my calendar and make sure that I don't have any events or anything going on. I also have my other little calendar here. So that I can plan for those 2 events, like birthdays, not gonna be home, those kinds of things. This is this month because there's like gonna be this chunk of time that we weren't home, so I didn't bother planning any meals for that. But yeah, so normally I would go through my kitchen and look to see what I had left over from the last shopping trip, but since I'm going to be doing Whole30, that doesn't really make much sense. I have a list here of the meat that I have. So I have enough chicken for 1 meal and enough beef for 1 meal. So I will go, and that's after we make all of the food on the list. So I will probably do a quick run through the freezer to make sure that I don't have any meat that I don't know of, and then go on from there. So I'm gonna pick out recipes from here and there, and then just, I cook some things that are just already Whole30 compliant that I will do too. And then I will show you guys when I have my meal plan done, what it looks like. Alright, so I ended up just putting down the page numbers, and I put like a section for breakfast, dinner, and what book they came from, and then the sides. So I'm now going to go through and I'm going to make my menu, and then go back through and pick out go through all of the dinner and lunches that I liked and pick out those and the sides. So I'm not always like super strict with my menus. If I can make something with the same ingredients that is on the menu, so like if we have hamburgers on the menu but on the day that hamburgers comes up I don't feel like it, I will make something else just using the hamburger meat and whatever vegetables or side dish that we had planned for that. So I kind of tried to pick out dinners that I could do the same thing with, like always using the same meat. I did pick out a couple of pork dinners, even though we don't really like pork, but there's like some different ways to cook it, so I thought I'd get like a small portion of pork to have, just in case I get bored of all the other things I'm cooking. But some of these meals look really delicious, and I'm also going to just put some simple, very basic, like chicken and vegetables and stuff for the days that I don't really feel like cooking. And also, like, super important for Whole30 is to think about the days where you're not going to feel like cooking and where you're going to be tired and whatever, or if you had like a super busy day or things that just didn't go the way you planned. It's important to have backup plans. Like, they tell you everything in this book. Like, they don't answer all your questions, they don't leave anything out. So I highly recommend if you're going to do this diet. So yeah, so one of the things that they recommend is having backup meals. So like in my list I'm going to include tuna, even though I don't really have like any meals that I'm going to use tuna for, because you can eat tuna fish. So I'm just going to like get cans of tuna and have those things around. And I'm going to make this upcoming week make a couple of freezer meals that are Whole30 compliant that I can stick in the freezer for those days that I really just don't feel like whipping up anything. I can just literally take it out of the freezer, stick it in a crock pot, and have dinner by the end of the day. As well as they have you pick out a couple of really simple meals that take 10 to 15 minutes to cook, so as backup meals. So I'm going to plan out my menu, all of my dinner things, and then go back and look at all of the ingredients, like the types of meals that each one is and what they have in it, and think up a quick 15-minute meal or a few of those that I could make with those ingredients. So that way I always have a backup. And it kind of allows you like more freedom with your meals, because you plan a menu, and like I'm planning it today, and it's actually kind of difficult to do it today. Like looking at all that food just made my stomach like because I already am nauseous, so I had to like kind of like remind myself, like, okay, Isabel, what would you eat on a day where you didn't feel sick? Like yesterday, what would I have eaten? And trying to think about it that way. I think I did pretty okay. There were some things that looked good even though I felt nauseous, so those should be delicious. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on that. First, I'm gonna go wake up Amos because it's past 2 o'clock and he still has not stirred. I even like left the door open for him and nothing. He's still sleeping, and I don't want him to sleep a ton and not sleep tonight, because that's the problem that we're having that I'm trying to fix. So I'm gonna go wake him up and get him settled. He'll probably sit with me while I do this. Yes. Say hi. I'm just gonna eat your waffle. Okay, evidently that's all he has to say. I'm almost tired. Amos is up. We spent a few minutes and called his grandma and hung out with him, and now he is fully awake and a little bit hyper. But I have some coloring to whip out for him, and I'm going to get started on my menu. So I just wanted to pop in here and mention that as I go through and pick things for certain nights, I am also writing down what's in them and what I'll need on a separate piece of paper, which will end up being my list. Adding the dates to my menu, so I add the dates and then what day of the week it is, because this helps me plan. Like we'll have something fancier on Sunday where I have more time to cook. I generally don't eat meat on Fridays, so we'll do something with eggs or tuna. So it helps me plan better. Alright, here is my finished menu. Amos added some lovely artwork here. And here are the things that I will need. Obviously this is kind of a short list. I will need more things. Yeah, I will need more things. Hang on a second. Alright, this is how I live my life. While my chair is knocked over because somebody likes to climb up on the table and push them and climb up on the counter and get to things. So I have to go through over this list again, and I will add to my shopping list all of the things that I need based on what I'm planning to cook. Hey, you're okay. But I'm gonna do that later, and I'm gonna get started with cleaning up my kitchen and getting all the things out that I don't want to be eating for the next 30 days out of there, because Amos doesn't want me to sit here and do this anymore. He wants me to be up and walking around. So I'm gonna go do that. Right off the bat, those aren't going to be able to be here. Those are because we were sick today. So, just looking in my cupboard, I can see things like the breadcrumbs, the stuffing, the honey. Prune juice can stay. I won't be able to eat the cranberry sauce because it has a lot of sugar in it. Pretty much everything up there can stay. The flour I won't be using. I won't get rid of that. I'll keep it. I'll save it till later. Otherwise, all of the sugar up there will go to. I'll probably bring it to my parents' house because I just don't want it in the house. The powdered sugar anyway. I don't know. I'll keep the brown sugar. But this cupboard's pretty sparse. But you see how I mean, like, bad kitchen organization that we got going on here? I really need to do something about it. Pretty much everything in this cupboard could stay. Obviously, pasta has to go. Okay, a lot of things have to go. Bread has to go. Pasta has to go. We can't do oats. So all that has to go. The oils and the vinegar are okay, though. And obviously all the kitchen supplies is okay. The fridge... is actually not that bad. All of the almond milk can stay. Amos drinks it. I probably won't drink a lot of it because you're not supposed to eat a lot of nuts on this thing. Nuts are fat, so probably avoid the almond milk. But I have some fruit in here, some meat in here, lots of vegetables, some leftovers, and those things can stay. And most of the stuff that I can't eat will be used before I start. And then in the bottom drawers I have fruits and vegetables, and those can all stay. A lot of the condiments I won't be using, but I will just keep them here. I'll just designate a shelf space to whatever I won't be eating on Whole30. So I'm going to put you guys down, set you guys up over here, and start going through all of this stuff and clean it out. All right, here's the aftermath. I just wanted to find a different place for they're like cookbooks, instruction manuals and stuff, so I'm gonna go put that in the drawer under the bookcase. And then a couple of things in here that we had in here forever that we just never use. Obviously this can't stay. The rest of everything that I'm not going to be using, I put up on this top shelf so that when all of this is over, they'll be available to me later. And then for these things that I have here, when I start, all three of these I'm going to put up in that space on the top of the shelf to stay until the diet is over, and I will just keep my coffee down here. But yeah, I found a bunch of stuff on top of the refrigerator that I just was like, why is this even here? Like papers and this empty chip bag, I don't know. Weird things. Amos is over here cooking. Are you cooking? I don't know if you can hear him, but he's counting. What are you making? Hey, don't walk off the chair, honey. We don't have a stool, so we just use chairs. Well, he has a stool. He wasn't supposed to be up here, technically. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I didn't really get as much kitchen organizing done as I wanted to, but I'm starting to feel really nauseous again, and I'm just exhausted, so I will end it here. The only thing I have left to do of my menu is to go through and make a more accurate shopping list, and when I do that, I'll then kind of try to figure out how much everything is going to cost and decide whether we want to do substitutes for everything or for anything, so we can keep it within our budget. But yeah, that's about all I have to do. I obviously will update you guys in further vlogs down the road, vlogs, whatever you want to call them, about my progress with the diet and how it's going, and also if you want to see me make some of those recipes that I just added to our menu, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Can you say goodbye, Amos? Can you say bye? Say bye to the camera. Bye!